Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking the dreaded D-Rose report today. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I don't know if Vince did or not, but more on that later. All right, got two reports. Hang on. WWE announced another Hall of Famer 2015 one was going to be announced at Raw Monday. Hinting at a diva, they wrote on there, who will be joining Macho Man Randy Savage, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Rikishi, Bushwhackers, and the 2015 Hall of Fame at Monday's for WrestleMania 31 at Monday's Raw. She said they said, could it be a pioneer woman grappler who competed against Mae Young and Fabulous Moolah, or could it be a Japanese woman who brought their hard-hitting style to America in the 90s? Is it a sultry diva from the infamous Attitude Era, or even a competitor that could have been a woman who often accompanied legends, superstars into battle? We know it's pretty much Alundra Blaze. Or do we? TMZ, I tell you, I can't win. I cannot win. TMZ reported Lana, WWE U.S. Champion Rusev, are an item, actually, in real life. They bought a house together in Nashville, Tennessee. The couple is not married nor engaged and have reportedly been dating for less than 2 years. Anyway, they bought a 4-bedroom house, 4-bathroom home. Sits on 11.5 acres, let's say, of land, and has a pond, a hot tub, basketball court, and more. They paid just $644,000 for it. There goes my chance. I can't do that. I can't make the payment. Every WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremonies from 2004 to 2014 is now available on the internet, which I'm going to have to check out a lot of them earlier ones. I hope they're the full-length ones. I would suspect they are. WWE Network has added several recent main event episodes also this weekend, and currently have all the episodes through February 10th on it. And now he's wrapping up his current run. He had a current run. Chris Jericho is launching a new t-shirt store with ProWrestlingTees.com. Well, today. TNA star Davey Richards turns 32 years old. I think that was maybe Saturday or Sunday. CM Punk made a rare public appearance at the Chicago Challengers Comics on Saturday to promote his Thor annual #1 comic from Marvel. Fans began lining up on Saturday morning by noon. When the signings began, the line wrapped around 3 blocks. Challengers employees were informing fans in line that if they didn't have a ticket, they would be denied entrance. At the signing was limited to 400 people, and many waited out in 15 to 20 degree weather for hours. And it appears Punk is also filming a documentary, according to one of the people that went up for an autograph to meet Punk. It's worth noting that a sign was posted in the building that said fans agreed to be used in the documentary by taking part in the event. Camera crews was filming Punk. Another was interviewing fans waiting in line. Punk was said to be relaxed, took his time with each person that he met, and noted Punk seemed very happy and looked better than he's looked in years, which I don't doubt it, because he hadn't been beat up in quite a while. All right, let's go with today's news. Tonight's Raw is taking place from the Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey. It's kind of interesting to see how the Divas booked how WWE booked the Divas tonight. There was a campaign on Give Divas a Chance that was launched last week, and AJ Lee called out Stephanie on Twitter about the quality of WWE and them taking care of the Divas, money-wise and on-air-wise. She says, just hold on, wait and see. That's what Stephanie said. All right, confirmed for tonight's show was an appearance by The Daily Show's Jon Stewart to confront Seth Rollins, another Hall of Famer announcements, and a special look of Sting with comments from current and former superstars about him. No matches have been announced, but the usual suspects are going to be there. Haven't heard a thing about Lesnar. I kind of doubt it. WWE focusing on these points for tonight. Will Cena battle Rusev at WrestleMania as the curb stomp await Jon Stewart. And how will Reigns prepare for Lesnar? That's going to be a wait and see. And is Randy Orton going to snap? And who will take possession of the IC belt and championship this week? All right. I would say Jon Stewart is about ready to get a curb stomp. Cena or somebody's got to come in there and save poor old Jon Stewart. All right. Here's the deal so far with Lesnar and Vince. There was a business disagreement between Vince and World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar at last Monday's Raw in Nashville. The disagreement led to Lesnar reportedly walking out of Raw and not to appear, as scheduled on Raw. Dave Meltzer and Wrestling Observer Newsletter, who broke the story about Lesnar walking out, notes that it's still not known exactly what Lesnar and Vince were arguing about about the past and the next contract, but their discussion was said to be very loud and heated. The two were yelling and screaming at each other loud enough where people got concerned, mainly for Vince. Lesnar might have went off like he didn't went to that office for the, the pizza place or something that they taped in WWE headquarters. Anyway, Tuesday's SmackDown taping, people at with WWE reportedly kept asking Vince, do we need to come up with a backup plan for WrestleMania 31? But Vince said nope, and assured them that Lesnar will be working the show because he's contractually obligated to. Vince reportedly said something to the effect that they will sue Lesnar if he doesn't show up. WWE officials said to be very confident Lesnar will be working WrestleMania. I don't know how good of a match that's going to be, though. He may be there, but hard feelings. Oh, by the way, skip over to this. There's rumors Sheamus may be making his TV return tonight on Raw from Newark. Is he going to be bad boy? Yeah. WWE, anyway, Brock and Brock and Vince, with the another, I guess, reason for the argument was because Lesnar wanted to go to UFC 184 pay-per-view event to discuss a potential deal with UFC, according to one of the insiders at WWE. Vince reportedly strongly against Lesnar attending UFC as long as he's under contract with WWE. And as you've seen, though, Lesnar ended up attending the pay-per-view and appeared with Dana White, and noted over the weekend Vince was upset with Lesnar for not showing up at the pay-per-view, or was upset at Lesnar for showing up at their pay-per-view on Saturday night. All right. It's going to be kind of interesting to see how this all works out. Former WWE star Rey Mysterio mentioned last week charging $20,000 for indie signing appearances. I don't know how he's going to get that out of indie. Very few indie shows can afford something like that. But Ray is actually getting some offers at $20,000, but there's no word yet on how long he will be able to keep charging that much. And eventually he will have to come down some. He's going to run out of strong indie promoters. But anyway, there's indie promoters who believe that they could sell enough autographs to make money off of the $20,000 price tag. Ray is looking forward to getting back into the ring, but likely won't be wrestling for anyone but AAA or Lucha Underground. Ray could make a Lucha Underground debut at their next TV tapings in April, though. One of the bigger reasons Lucha Underground wants Ray is because the star power could help them get better TV clearances, or better TV clearance, and Ray could help AAA get better TV clearance in Mexico. WWE previously had Orton and Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins and Kane, plus Roman Reigns taking on Bray Wyatt, advertised for this weekend's live event in Madison Square Garden. They end up switching Orton and Reigns for whatever reason, and Orton defeated Wyatt. Reigns teamed up with Daniel Bryan to defeat Rollins and Kane. Season 3 of Total Divas, which featured the addition of Rosa Mendez, will premiere on the WWE Network in April. Sami Zayn, who will make his return to NXT TV this week, celebrates 13 years in the wrestling business on this Sunday. Next WWE 24 special will air tonight after Raw, and the network's going to be focusing on Booker T. Former women's champion Deborah turns 55 years old. Also, today would have been the 34th birthday of former WWE star Lance Cade, 50th birthday of Hall of Famer Mike Von Erich. All right, what else have I got here? I got WWE Executive Vice President of Television Productions, Kevin Dunn, recently cashed in 40,000 shares of WWE stock, averaging about $16.71 per share, being around $668,000. Hey, if I had that much, I could have bought that house. Lana and Rusev was going in. Worth noting that Dunn's new job entitles, he's now executive producer and chief GLO. I don't know. During Stephanie McMahon's Twitter Q&A this past week, she was asked about the Give Divas a Chance hashtag. She says, "I'm so excited to see what's going to happen." Vince McMahon says, "We hear you, keep watching." Documentary, by the way, about Punk, has been filming it, is confirmed to be a UFC special for Fox Sports 1. And it will air in the week leading up to his debut, which is expected to take place later this year. We'll find out when later. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.